making a visa application and you want to know what three things or what three areas should I be focusing on. The first one would be the justification for the purpose of your trip. What do I mean by justifying the purpose of your trip? It means you want to travel, for a certain reason. Now, why is it important for you to travel for that reason? You need to explain yourself or express it in a way that shows that whatever you're going for is important to you. Most times when I apply for, my visas, I always apply that I'm going on vacation, because most times it is for tourism purpose, it is vacation. Now, you should understand that visa applications are approved for vacation purpose. It is not a flimsy reason to say that you're going on vacation. But the thing about saying you're going on vacation, you have to justify. You ask me, how can you justify the purpose of your trip? By providing, details of that, what you're going for. If you're going for a conference, you need to provide, show that yes, this conference is relevant to what you do. You need to show that you have paid your conference fees, and then you also need to show that you have made arrangements, for example, accommodation, things, that you have already gone ahead to make plans, just to show that you're serious about attending that conference. If you're going on vacation, particularly to countries that want to see like a plan itinerary of whatever you're going to be doing there, you make sure that you include a plan that shows what you're going to be doing in that country for the period that you're going to be there. Now, that is how you can justify the purpose of your trip. If you're going to visit a family member, let's say you have a family member who is not feeling well, and then you need to show first that your sister, is not feeling well, and you're going to be helping her for X and Y period of time. But you should also understand that in most countries, you also have to show that you're not going to be paid for the service, you're rendering to your sister. Yes, people travel and get paid for, whatever they do. So they want to be sure that you need to tell them that yes, you have a job, you have a life in your country, and even if you're going to help your sister, you're just doing that because for a short period of time, and you don't intend to stay there longer than you've said you're going to stay. And also you don't intend to work illegally, because particularly if the category of visa you're applying for is one that does not allow you to work. The second area you should focus on, if you want to improve your chances of getting a visa, is your ability to pay for your trip. Yes, it is very important, because if you say you are traveling, now, particularly if you're applying for a short stay visa, a tourist visa. Now, this visa does not allow you to work. There's also no recourse to public funds, meaning that you don't have access to medical care. You don't have access to things that the citizen of that country, have access to. They don't want you to come in and burden their system. So they want to be sure that you can afford to pay for your trip and then have an emergency fund to take care of anything that might happen, so that you don't have to depend on their system, to take care of you, which really makes sense, because hey, you don't pay tax there, and they want to apply their taxpayers' money to their citizens. And that is why it is important for you to prove that you have money to pay for your trip. Now, most embassies, if you have money and they've seen you have a sustainable income or earnings over a period of time, your chances of getting, a visa would almost, you would get a visa if you satisfy, in most cases, that you have money to pay for it. Now, imagine that you are able to justify the purpose of your trip, and then you have money to pay for your trip. What else should you be focusing on to improve your chances? It would be strong ties. I know I've mentioned strong ties a lot in most videos, but it is just as important as having money, because they have dealt with Nigerians in the past where people, don't have money but are able to arrange their affairs in a way that shows that, okay, at that point in time, they are presenting the bank details. that they require to get the visa, it would show that they have money. And so because of that, they are not just going to look at your bank balance. They're going to say, okay, this person, okay, has justified the purpose of their trip. They have shown that they have money. I don't know where this money came from. Now, what strong ties do they have in their country? So even though they have justified the purpose and shown that they have money, others have justified purpose and shown that they have money in the past, and then they gathered the money and they traveled and never came back home. Now, this person who has justified the purpose of their trip and shown that they can pay for the trip, do they have anything going on for them in their home country that would ensure that when they go on this trip, they will come back to that thing? Now, this person is applying for a short stay visa. That is what they have told us. They've told us that they're applying for a short stay visa. Do they have anything at home? Do they have ties? Do they have something that they are connected to at home that would ensure that they would come back home? Now, I'm not saying that of course there are people who can prove all these things and then still deceive the system and go and not come back, but they have to judge you based on certain parameters, and this is really what it is. When something looks good enough, then they want to give it to you. These are the things they want to see. You have shown you've justified the purpose of this trip. They're fine with this. You have shown that you can pay for this trip. They want you to go back home. They don't want you to stay in their country because you said you are not going to stay. How did you say that? Through, depending on the category of visa that you applied for. And what would they be looking at? They'll be looking to see if you have a job. They'll be looking to see if you have, strong family ties, if you have a family at home, you have a mom, you have your wife, your children, because really the chances, yes, I know people do it, but most people, naturally would not abandon their, wife and children and just elope. As in, that's usually the right thing to do. So they're looking at, okay, what does this person have back home? Oh, they have a wife. Okay, the wife works. Oh, he works. Where does he work? She works. Where does she work? How long has she been working there? What exactly does she do for this organization? Do we think she's stable enough? We're looking at the strong connection you have to your home country that shows that you're connected to your home country and you will still return home. And then, of course, what do you want to do? You want to prove that you do have strong ties, in your home country. Now, there's a video where I talked about 4 ways that you can prove strong ties. If you want to watch that video, I think you should watch that video because it would actually give you options of how you can actually show that you have strong ties. So these are 3 things that I know can help, and improve your chances of getting a visa. If you focus on these 3 areas, you would realize that you will be presenting a better visa application, and then the chances of you getting a visa would be very high. So I hope that this was useful. Don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with someone, and then I hope leave your comments. Like I always say, it's from the comments that I get here that I'm able to put out those videos to help you. So I hope this was helpful, and don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe if you want to keep seeing videos like this. So thank you very much, and do have a good day. Bye.